What better place to go 2 days before Star Wars Day than Buck Barn? Buying all of the things. I'm gonna make Star Wars candy and chocolates and food and things. So I'm gonna, I need like melting candy, melting chocolate. So these should get dark chocolate or milk chocolate?
Dark.
Okay.
And milk.
And milk. Get to pick one.
Dark? Dark.
Okay.
Why don't you just get one of those giant chunks of chocolate? Or that giant chunk of chocolate.
What do I do with that? Do I just melt it?
Looks like
Is it supposed to be eaten like this?
I don't think it's real chocolate. I think it's chocolate flavored coating.
Oh.
Oh, that one's real.
This is real?
Yeah.
This is stevia. It's no good.
Yeah, so than that. Milk chocolate.
Excuse me, I need this brick of chocolate, please.
Yeah, but you can melt the whole brick.
I suppose that's true.
So you took my advice. Told you.
Sometimes you sort of maybe know what you're talking about. Maybe. Don't mind me. Just very slowly picking out all the dark ones.
Really?
Yep. Here, see?
Wow.
These are going to be Leia's hair. But Leia's hair is not orange or yellow or any other color but brown. So I just need the brown ones, and they don't have them in separate piles, so I gotta sort through it. I'm not gonna stick my hands in there because other people want to eat from it too. So it's just gonna take me a little longer than normal.
So the Star Wars video is finally live, which is quite the relief after working on it for so long and thinking about it and stressing about it and not being able to talk about it. And now it's done. And I know I told myself 2 days ago when it went live, I hit my nose, that it's like, and I always do this, tomorrow you'll relax, which would have been yesterday. Tomorrow is when you're gonna chill out and you're not gonna do any work. And I tell myself this all the time, and it's never true. Because you don't just upload, you don't just release a project, whether it's like a YouTube video or anything in your life normally, or often, I don't know. You can't upload a YouTube video, you can, but you shouldn't, and then just be like, well, it's live, that's it. I guess I just upload it and don't do anything, and hopefully the world sees it. And I remember back in 2010, I was at like a meeting with YouTube. They had like a partner meeting back in the day when it was like a different thing. Don't worry about it. Anyways, so a YouTube employee said like, I know that you guys spend tons and tons and tons and tons of time working on your videos, and then you make your file and you hit upload, and then while it's uploading, you very quickly think of your description and your title and your tags and your thumbnails, and you kind of think about that in the amount of time that it takes to upload. And you probably shouldn't do that, because if you think kind of like an engineer, when you take a file, a computer file, and let's say your file is like filename.mov or filename.mp4, and you upload that to YouTube, YouTube servers don't really watch the video and try to understand it. It checks it for like copyright infringement, but YouTube by itself can't understand what your video is about. And so that is why things like metadata exist, because the only thing YouTube's aware of is a file. So you need to go in and like put the title, put the description, put the tags as a way of telling YouTube's servers, hey, this is what this file is about, because it doesn't know the difference, not really, it doesn't know the difference between a 1-second video and an hour-long video and what the topics are on and what, if it's a vlog or if it's whatever. The only thing they're really checking for is copyright infringement. So, you know, we do all this work, and this is kind of like a tip for you guys too, is and we and you, I don't know if this applies to you, but we do all this work making videos and you hit upload and then it's like, oh, what's our thumbnail? I don't know, let's go pick a thumbnail, and then you spend like a couple minutes looking and you find one and boom, you're done, and oh, let's write the description, let's write the tags. And that's kind of this afterthought last minute thing, and it shouldn't be, because YouTube's the destination. So giving YouTube, the servers, the website of YouTube, if you think like an engineer, giving it a file like any other file in the whole world is the first step. not the last step. Like the video goes live and we like want to work on the description and fill out the description and fill out the tags and put it in playlists and set it as the autoplay video on our YouTube channel and link to it from other whatever, and there's all kinds of stuff that you can do specifically on YouTube. We closed captioned the video, so the video has closed captions, and that allows YouTube servers to be able to like understand what is said in the video, and it just gives YouTube more information about your video. And YouTube as a company is primarily a search engine that happens to have videos. YouTube itself, like they're not, they make videos, but they're not really making videos. They are a search engine. So to be a YouTuber, you need to be someone who appeals to search engines, and that's really boring, and that's an afterthought, and that's the last thing I think about when I think about being a YouTuber and making videos. So the video goes live, and I just want to be like, done. But that's not the case. It's like, oh, the beginning of all kinds of new work starts now. And so, we write the description, and there was lots of people involved in that video, and I wouldn't want to make the mistake of leaving somebody out and them having contributed to the video and their feelings are hurt, so we obsess over the description. And it's like, what kind of thumbnail? Like, thumbnails make a huge difference. You could just grab a frame from the video, or you could grab a frame from the video and Photoshop it and add brightness and add color. You could put text over it if you want it to be. I don't really do that, but I know other people do that, and they have a lot of success with it. And then on top of that, there's also like you put it on YouTube, but that really isn't the end game either. It's also a social site, so you want to like go and tweet it and put it on Facebook and put it on Tumblr, and maybe send it to like some news media outlets, some press. Like I sent the video to a Star Wars fan site, theforce.net. I went to their contact page and there was an email, and I sent them an email and I was like, hey, I have a Star Wars video. I don't know if you wanna, their Star Wars news. Do you guys want to put that on? And they're like, yeah, sure, absolutely. And it's not, that makes some people feel uncomfortable because it's the feeling of bugging someone. Like if you went and bugged a friend and you're like, hey, stop what you're doing. Hey, can you promote my video? Feels like kind of spammy and kind of lame. And it's partially true, depends on the friend and depends on your relationship, but that's not really true for news and media and press. Because if you stop thinking about yourself for a second and you think about their perspective, their job is to write news about Star Wars. And they probably enjoy doing that. I don't know if they enjoy their job or not, but like that's irrelevant. Like they're out there looking for content. If you worked at a news paper or a news website or a blog or the radio, like they need stuff to talk about. They need stuff to write about. That's how their site works. They're not YouTubers, they're news people and blog people. And so to say, hey, here is something for you, they're like, great, because now they get to write an article about it, and then people go to their website, and then they probably have ads on their website, so now they're making money by writing about our video. So that's how it all works. And if you take that approach, which I always forget to do until the very last second, that's a lot of different ways that you can get views on YouTube without just hitting upload on your video and then being like, well, I hope people see it and I hope people share it. I actually did an AMA on Reddit. I went on specifically the Star Wars subreddit, and I was like, hey, here's a video that I made with Lucasfilm and Disney. Ask me questions about making the video and I'll answer them. You can find communities that apply to the thing. So I went on the Star Wars subreddit and I talked about Star Wars, and it's a perfect fit, and it's not annoying, and it's not spammy, and it's not desperate. I don't think. I mean, you might disagree, and that's okay. That is some of the ways that we promote our content, and we did more with this than we normally do. To be fair, a lot of times we just hit upload. That's what we do with the vlogs every day. We hit upload and we tweet it and put it on Facebook and Tumblr, and that's it. So it's just stuff to think about, and I don't think about it until it's staring me in the face. So I always think like, oh man, as soon as I upload this video, I'm gonna relax, and it's never true. Especially for the big videos. And so I spent all of like 2 days ago and then yesterday like sending emails to this and talking to this, and then people get back to you. And then I tweeted it, and somebody who worked at CNET was like, tweeted at me, like, hey, I want to send you a question, you know, so, and then it gets like cyclical, and then work gets created to do. I ended up, you know, doing a couple interviews for this and that, and I did something for CBC, and I did something for CNET. You're just making your own work, I guess, in a good way. And you're keeping yourself busy. And I mean, you can treat it as professionally or unprofessionally as you want. I tend to be like kind of semi-professional-ish. I try to like have my personality and be silly, but also like be proactive and approach it with like a work ethic. Anyways, so now today, I'm sitting on the couch in my sweatpants doing very little or nothing. I'm just on my laptop reading about ADHD and being distracted and laying around. And now it's great, and now I get to relax. I have a need to feel busy all the time, but even when I'm relaxing, I'm busy relaxing. Anyways, yeah, that's what I'm up to. What are you up to?
Walking around the mall. Yes, I was like, couldn't focus because my feet kept moving, but I was like, wait, that's weird. Walking around the mall with my tape on my shoes. Woo. My shoe broke, and instead of actually fixing it, I just taped it.
Who needs to fix shoes when you got tape?
Exactly.
It's not duct tape though.
No.
What kind of Canadian are you?
Well, because duct tape would ruin the surface of my shoe, but masking tape is good.
Good. Good.
We're gonna go to a store that is a Nestle Toll House store.
I'm excited.
Gonna get cookies. Even though we just ate Taco Bell.
I still have a taco. And coffee.
So I guess that they were all out of. No, shh. The mall is almost closed, and so I guess they were all out of cookies. So we're gonna go to Tim Hortons. Again.
So every time a major project's done, you're left with the dilemma of what do I do now? So I slept. When I was done sleeping, I woke up, and then I took a seat kind of right about here, and then I sat at my desk and was like, I don't even know what to do. And then I figured it out. I figured I would play for it the newish Link to the Past, A Link Between Worlds, which is surprisingly amazing. I've been a huge Zelda fan my whole life, and one of my favorite Zeldas is A Link to the Past. Many of you caught it, but it's actually the ringtone. The starting screen is my ringtone. When I got this, I haven't had a chance to play it. I bought it like months ago, but there was no time. So I started playing it, and then I heard the music, I got a little emotional, you know? Because it's hearing the familiar themes kind of redone in something better than MIDI is pretty cool. Plus the 3D is amazing, by the way. I was a little skeptical, but the actual 3D portion is really well done.
Okay, I'm about to get very boring housewife, quote unquote, on you. But I've been doing laundry all day, and I just wanted to mention something. We have this magical dry that has a sensor on it, and it's supposed to sense when your clothes are dry. So depending on how much clothing is in there, or how thick or heavy the material is or whatever, it just magically knows and shuts itself off when it thinks everything's dry, except it's always wrong.
It's because there
Like always.
This thing can't be wrong, it has a song.
It's very wrong. Thanks for turning my thing off when it wasn't ready. It's like,
They're dry.
it thinks, yeah, because we put it on a different setting, but it's like, hey, your clothes are dry, and then you take them out, and it's like, nope, not dry, damp.
My underwear's kind of dry. Okay, so
Kinda dry?
It's a little damp.
Uh-huh.
It's a little damp.
Yep.
I just walked by Saskia in the hall and she gave me the strangest look because I was eating cereal out of a bag. Does nobody do this? Like when you just have a little bit of cereal at the very bottom of the bag, you like shake it all into the corner and then you cut the corner off the bag and then you pour some milk in there and then you got a little sippy little cup. And then you don't have to do any dishes. It's great. I thought it was really inventive, but she did not appreciate that. She looked very confused. Anyway, it's delicious.
Give me daily vlogs, I want them in my subscription box. I wonder who might drop by, even though sometimes it's Canada outside. So don't go away, we're here every day. It's not ApprenticeEh, it's ApprenticeEh. Hey, 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 hey. Home is where the blog is.